So, Namaskar all of you. Odisha Civil Service 2025 Mains Test Series Forestry Optional ପାଇଁ So ଆମେ 13ଟା optional ର test series provide କରୁଛୁ forestry ତା ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ ସେଥିରେ 16ଟା test ରହୁଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ସବୁ test ର 3 hours ର ଆଉ 10ଟା test section wise ଅଛି ଆଉ 6ଟା test full syllabus ଅଛି So तीनटा बैच रे एटा डिवाइड कराइछि फर्स्ट बैच जुलाई रे स्टार्ट हेतला सेकंड बैच अगस्त 1 रे स्टार्ट हेछि और थर्ड और फाइनल बैच अगस्त 10th रे स्टार्ट होछि तो टेस्ट 5 को हमें आसीबा टेस्ट 5 रो किछि क्वेश्चंस करिका देखिबा फॉरेस्ट्री ऑप्शनल पे तो सिलेबस कोन पेपर 1 रो फॉरेस्ट प्रोटेक्शन फॉरेस्ट इन्फ्लुएंस फॉरेस्ट एंड क्लाइमेट Okay, let us go to the questions. Question 1 question though. Critically examine the major anthropogenic causes of forest degradation in India. Discuss how illicit felling, encroachment, grazing and diversion of forest land interact to produce long-term ecological instability. Question 2. Shifting cultivation is not merely a forestry issue, but also a socio-economic and cultural phenomena. Examine this statement with suitable examples. Suggest an integrated management strategy. So, now come to question 3. Forest fires are increasingly influenced by climate change rather than traditional human activities. Critically analyze this statement. Discuss the limitations of existing fire management practices in India. तो एथरे जो नुआ सब टेक्नोलॉजी यूज होची ओडिसा रे भी जेमती that examples you can give. Question 4. Discuss the ecological and economic consequences of repeated lopping and uncontrolled grazing on regeneration dynamics in tropical deciduous forests. Question 5. Differentiate between silvicultural fellings and illicit fellings. Explain how improper implementation of silvicultural operations may itself contribute to forest degradation. Question 6. Evaluate the role of integrated pest management in protecting forest plantations against insects, pathogens, and invasive plant parasites. Highlight its limitations under changing climatic conditions. Question 7. Aggressive weeds often become a greater threat to biodiversity than direct tree felling. Discuss with reference to forest ecosystems of India. Question 8. Explain the principles of integrated forest protection. Discuss the relative effectiveness of legal, biological and mechanical and silvicultural measures in preventing forest degradation. Question 9. Human-wildlife conflict is emerging as an important component of forest protection. Analyze the ecological reasons for increasing conflicts and suggest scientifically sustainable mitigation measures. Question 10. Discuss in detail the influence of forests on local, regional and global climate with special reference to precipitation, temperature, moderation, humidity, evapotranspiration and wind regulation. Question 11. Explain the role of forests in maintaining soil health. Discuss the interaction between forest vegetation and soil, physical, chemical and biological properties. Question 12. Forests regulate the hydrological cycle from canopy to catchment. Explain this statement with suitable illustrations involving interception, infiltration, runoff, erosion and flood moderation. तापर section B को आसंतु 20 mark question. Question 13. Critically examine the relationship between forests and water yield. Under what ecological conditions can increased forest cover reduce stream flow? Question 14. Explain the process of ecological succession. Discuss the major theories of climate formation and evaluate their relevance in contemporary forest ecosystem management. Question 15. Watershed management and wasteland development should be viewed as complementary strategies rather than independent programs. Critically examine. Question 16. Carbon sequestration by forests has become central to climate change mitigation policies. Discuss the ecological basis of forest carbon storage and evaluates its limitation as a long-term climate solution. Question 18. Analyze the role of forests in biodiversity conservation, wildlife habitat maintenance, recreation and human well-being. Discuss the potential conflicts among these multiple ecosystem services. Question 18. The influence of forests extends far beyond timber production. Critically discuss this statement by examining the relationship between forests, climate regulation, hydrology, soil conservation, biodiversity conservation and sustainable development. So it is test number 5 forestry optional पे तो जो मैंने ऑलरेडी जॉइन कर सारी तो ताको गोटे पीडीएफ करिकी आपण 9437002210 रे सेंड कर परिवे विद इन 4 डेज तार डिटेल इवैल्यूएशन आपण को मिलिबो ओके बैच नंबर 3 रो डेट्स हिसाब रे आपनकर मॉडल आंसर्स हरिका भी सही हिसाब रे अपलोड रहे सो आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट जो माने फॉरेस्ट्री ऑप्शनल नेकी प्रिपेयर करचंती नमस्कार।